So soda is the #1 purchased item, food item on food stamps. You say that you were in the room when Coca-Cola wanted to keep Coca-Cola included in food stamps in 2012. Can you tell us about that?
Yeah, this is a huge issue just on its face because 25% of kids now have pre-diabetes, which is decimating our human capital, our children. I think it's also instructive of what pharma, soda, other companies do to rig the system today. But yeah, they wanted to keep it's the #1 item bought on food stamps, $110 billion government program. They wanted to keep it that way. That obviously makes no sense. Sugar water, just no nutritional value, just goes directly to causing diabetes. And but how did they keep it that way? It's a 3-legged stool that I saw. And again, I think this is being weaponized today, but it's all around weaponizing institutions of trust. So I was actually in the room with Coke executives and the NAACP, really the oldest, one of the most prominent civil rights organizations. And it was a quid pro quo. It's, we're going to give you millions of dollars. You, the NAACP, call our opponents racist. In this case, and there's contemporary reporting in the New York Times around 2012, the NAACP said that parents who were concerned about their kids drinking, and ingesting 100 times more sugar than they did 100 years ago were racist and classist. And it was an unrelenting campaign that shut down debate. We also went and paid off think tanks from the Heritage Foundation to leading think tanks on the left. It was as transactional, as ordering a hamburger at McDonald's. You just go in and order that study. And the Heritage Foundation, which, I interned at early in my, in college, and it is the gold standard conservative think tank. It was disheartening to see that as really just a pay-to-play org, that you just go in very transactional. And the third, and I actually think most important, is research institutions. It was shocking that really research strategy for leading institutions in the United States was being dictated by public relations offices in Washington, D.C. There are lists of hundreds of professors who are friendly for various causes. And in this case, soda companies and processed food companies spend 11 times more on nutritional research than the NIH. And this has been an absolute disaster. The food pyramid, the terrible guidance that's, I believe, has led to millions of unnecessary and early deaths in the 1990s was based on Harvard research that was paid for by the Sugar Foundation, it was called at the time. And up until today, the leading guidance from the NIH right now, the Tufts NIH Food Compass, millions of dollars of government funding, also funded by food companies, called the most comprehensive nutrition study ever conducted, is saying Lucky Charms is 3 times healthier for breakfast than eggs. So this would be funny if it wasn't impacting our children, and it's not a good situation for our kids right now.